All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing more Ace Combat 6. Just keeping it trucking with the what's it? The multi-role only run. I think we were roughly halfway. There's something very interesting on my my Xbox's dashboard. I'm very distracted. I need to see what this is. Hold on. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, hold on, chat. We gotta... I don't want to click it because Xbox likes to flash your personal info all over the fucking place if you click anything that has to do with your account. But right here on the dashboard, there is something pretty interesting. Something that caught my eye. Xbox MasterCard. I want a fucking Xbox credit card. That sounds hilarious. Why did it pick 3 Sonic games for me? Games we picked for you. Why did it pick 3 fucking Sonic games? I've never played a single Sonic video game on my Xbox account. Not once. Anyway, I'm mostly here for the fucking Xbox credit card, dude. I want one. Get $60 in value. I'll have to look into it later. Oh, the audio's crazy desynced. Whoa, hold on. Hold on a second. Let me reset my OBS. That should be better. Much better. Much better. And also, before I forget. There. Do you play multiplayer on Ace Combat? I do for the, like, achievements when we're doing the 100%, but I don't particularly like Ace Combat's multiplayer that much. I think it's kind of boring. It's fun for, like, an hour. And then for achievements and such, you just have to keep playing it. It just keeps going. I'm really not big on Ace Combat multiplayer. Especially sevens. I don't even know if sevens is fun for an hour. That might be generous for 7. Which is a shame, 'cause 7 is my second favorite Ace Combat. That multiplayer is buns.
Our forces have expanded. Estevakia's military forces in Ania will gradually start to diminish each time they suffer a loss in various areas. According to intelligence from our Department
I thought we
of
did this
National
mission
Safety,
last time.
there's a section where enemy defenses are
Maybe
low,
not.
near Salumna Peaks.
I guess not.
In central Ania. That section of land is an ideal route for our troops to take, in terms of topography and weather as well. We're going to use this route. It's a steep mountain path covered in snow, which is extremely difficult for our ground unit to advance through. It also renders it vulnerable to air attacks. Make sure to cover our ground unit, and if you spot any threats from the sky, eliminate them. If an emergency happens to occur, deal with it in any way you see fit. Once we get past those mountains, we'll be in the center of Ania.
Okay. Co-op missions in 6 are so much fun. I hope they bring them back in 8. Yeah, I want more of that from like future Ace Combat MPs and stuff, for sure. More like super large scale co-op stuff would be super fun. Because Ace Combat's PvP isn't like bad necessarily, but if you don't have a lot of different like modes and maps to keep it interesting for longer periods of time, it gets boring, which is kind of AC7's issue, is it has no modes. Fucking no game modes. Which is so weird because that's not historically been an issue for the Ace Combat games. Like even we did Ace Combat X, totally completed the multiplayer portion on stream, right? Which was a grind. But even ACX had like, was it 6 different game modes? And that was the first PSP game that didn't even have network multiplayer. You had to be like in the same room as someone else and doing ad hoc multiplayer with multiple PSPs. But even that had a more rich multiplayer offering than Ace Combat 7. Which is why it's so weird that AC7's multiplayer is like that, for me at least. Yeah, the F2 and the Nosferatu, what a squadron. PS3 has no games. PS4 had a lot of games. PS3 didn't. PS5 doesn't. They had a good run in the PS4. PS1 and PS2 had a lot of games too, to be fair. They've just been having a rough go. To be fair, exclusives are kind of fading out just as a thing now. Just the whole concept of like console exclusives, aside from like Nintendo, are kind of starting to fizzle out. So as time goes on, I think more consoles will have less exclusives, and it really will just end up coming down to what is your favorite piece of plastic. It already basically is that, but it will really be that. But at this point, it might as well be like that. Oh, there we go.
Missile evaded.
Well, if it ain't Garuda. The enemy is focusing its attacks on us. Requesting an intercept.
There. The trying to find someone to play co-op missions with for so long. Have you tried like the Discord community or the... I think the Reddit has had some people posting about it here and there. I guess at some point during the frenzy, I hit the mute button on my microphone. That's a little embarrassing. It wasn't even a tech issue. I had just accidentally hit the button. Probably not related, but try to take out the outdated plugins. No, I use those plugins for... A lot of them are for the on-screen chat. Most of them that you saw.
Talisman is locked on.
She saw me open my OBS the other day, and I have like 7 plugins, I think, that are out of date right now. I also need to update my BIOS. They just put out new, what's it? A new BIOS version for my motherboard, so that's probably not helping. But I don't want to do that because it's a pain in the ass, but I need to do that.
Aircraft on radar. This must be a wave of attacks aimed at Warlock Battalion.
Thank you, False. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, there are updates for them. The thing that tells me that they're outdated there, I have a plugin that only flashes if they're outdated if there is an update available. And it's hooked up to like GitHub. Blackheart, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. My OBS looks basic, but it's deceptively fancy, okay? It's deceptively customized. Sounds like a bed creaking rhythmically. I don't know what you mean. I've never heard anything like that. I wouldn't know. I just fly plane. I'm an Ace Combat fan. I would have no idea what that sounds like.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you.
Oh, come on. And an Armored Core fan.
Enemy plane in gun range.
And a Yakuza fan. And a Metal Gear fan.
Missile strike confirmed.
So believe me, I have no clue what that sounds like. Whoa, we are on Ace. I should not be doing that. I forget that we're on Ace. I'm flying so casually. Like there's not a care in the world. Oh, there's one way out there. Is there? No, doesn't look like it. I don't know what that is. That's not my target. That's something unrelated. Oh, it's those guys. Yeah, there they are. I don't know why I brought qualms. I forgot that they're terrible in 6. This is like the only time that they're good, is if you joust with something that's flying perfectly straight. Oh, come on now. Do it. He's flying straight. Do it. Do it. Oh my god, what a shot. I take it back. Qualms are fine. Their tracking is just terrible in this game, which, you know, is supposed to be the good thing about qualms. But hey, if they're flying straight, they work great. That's like saying that a gun in Call of Duty is good if your opponent just sits there and stares at you. Like, I would fucking hope so. He's just flying straight. Oh, there he goes. It's gonna miss. Yep. Just because of that slow downturn, it's gonna miss. Especially terrible against drones. Yeah, they're bad in 6, which is a shame, because normally they're like my go-to air-to-air special. So I think that's why I grabbed them. I just saw them on the list and didn't really think about it and grabbed them. Because this is... I have to think. So there's 1 through 5, and then there's 0, and then X. So this is the 8th Ace Combat game on the 100% run, and it's the first time that qualms are not good. In every other game they've appeared in, they've been great, and I've just like instinctively grabbed them because they're always good. So muscle memory just took over. Like I saw it and didn't really even think. Okay, that one hit. But yeah, we're gonna have to do the multiplayer at some point. Although, we're almost definitely going to be doing it on Xbox. If it works, that's the thing. Because I know that it is working on Xenia now, so at least there is a possible fallback option there. But man, when I tried to dump my AC6 to Xenia like a year and a half ago and run it on there, it was still really fucked, even on like the custom Xenia branch. But I've heard it's been making progress, and if that backup option is needed, we have it. Because I've been hearing conflicting things. Some people say it's still working on Xbox. Some people are saying it got totally shut down. I don't know what to believe at this point until we just try it ourselves. But I don't have Xbox Live currently because I don't play on Xbox anymore. So at this moment in time, I can't test it. I wouldn't be able to go online anyway. Get rid of the jamming. Please. Damn. I only did like half the damage. In Ace Combat 6, 2 perfect shots didn't take you out? Holy.
Second jammer down.
Oh, true. Since it works on Xenia, it should work on Xbox. I didn't think of it that way. But no, that is true. Because Xenia Netplay is basically just using what would be the equivalent of like a direct Xbox Live invite. So it should work, now that you mention it. Plus, doing it on Xbox means that I do actually get the achievements on my account, which is just more fun, to be honest. It's just more fun to actually get the achievements unlocked and everything.
Fourth jammer down.
Aside from just even the game being more stable and I guess just less bugs and all that. Achievements are a plus. Even though I don't game on Xbox anymore, I'll pick up a new platinum game on my Xbox account before taking my few years of absence again.
Missile struck target.
I was about to say too, immediately after, I was like, well, maybe if I ever do come back to do Red Dead Redemption achievements and all that someday. So I was going to way back, and then I just never finished it. So I was like, maybe if I ever came back to do that again and actually see it through. But Red Dead 1 is on Steam now. So I would do it on Steam now. I wouldn't do it on here anymore. This is the one downside to PC gaming. My console accounts have just been abandoned for years. I had to boot up my PS4 lately, and just looking through that, I'm like, oh my god, I actually have not touched my PlayStation 4 since like 2018. My account has just been like a ghost since then, frozen in time. It was weird looking back through my PlayStation account when I logged into it. It's like, oh my god, this is barren. Or no, it was 2019. Yeah, because the last thing I played on PlayStation 4, and it was after I made the switch to PC. I've talked about this before. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 was the last game that I bought and played on PlayStation. And it was because the game was coming out on everything, obviously. It's COD. But they had the entire survival game mode, like the extra bonus survival mode coming back from old MW3, as a PlayStation 4 exclusive mode for the first whole year of the game. And I was like, oh my god, I loved MW3 survival. So I went out of my way to buy the game on PS4 instead of PC. And then the survival mode was dog shit. It was the worst extra game mode maybe in Call of Duty. Wholeheartedly, it was terrible. I played it for like an hour. I think I played it for like another hour, maybe a few days later. Like, no, surely I just had a bad first go of it. Like, you know, my first couple matches just didn't go well. But no, it was actual shit. It still is to this day. It's on every platform now, and if you go play it, it's still shit. It's terrible. The survival mode is just really bad in that game. So I got totally burned on it, ended up buying the game again on PC in like December after it came out at first in October. Because I was in high school still. So I had to like, you know, save some money up. I was in a high school, but it was my senior year of high school. So I was also like trying to save money for moving out and going to college and everything. So I had to save up an extra $60 to buy the game again. Very responsible decision at that point in my life. And I did. That was the last thing I played on PS4. Because it was also there when I booted up the game. Or sorry, the console. Like the first thing on the dashboard was Modern Warfare.
Good job.
Come on.
Lock on.
Yeah, I've ranted about that one before. That survival mode totally burned me. I'm still pissed at Infinity Ward for it. I'm flying one-handed. It's not working. Come on. There we go. The F2 feels great. This genuinely just feels like a good-ass plane. Nothing wrong with this at all. At least not at this point in the game, to be fair. Later missions, I might feel like it's a bit lacking, but for right now, it's feeling great.
What the? The enemy's starting to back off.
Nice and smooth. I chose the wrong special, absolutely, but like, it also had some other good specials that I could just choose instead. Come on, allied attack, hit him. Hit him. What am I paying you guys for? Jesus. There we go.
Radar lock.
Huh?
Enemy plane down. I've got something on radar.
The best plane in AC6 is the F-15. You're crazy. You're crazy. Obviously, Nosferatu not included. You always got to take the super planes out of the discussion for these, right?
Cruise missiles incoming. All planes break.
But no, you got to be crazy. I feel like it's the F-22. Surely. I don't know. Maybe.
Missiles used to wipe out Grace Mary.
The Burkett's okay. I was gonna say maybe the Burkett. Probably not the Burkett. Ray Sage, thank you for the follow on Twitch and maybe the sub on YouTube, unless it's just coincidence.
Garuda team, escort our
Appreciate it.
Gotta be kidding me. How are we supposed to defend that? Their missiles
Oh,
are being guided by
holy
observation
shit! You see the
planes.
curve on
The
those?
attacks will subside.
Whoa,
Each missile's
whoa! I know they were perfect shots, but holy,
plane should be located right in the center of that range.
that's a new one. I haven't seen them curve like that.
Planes. You've got to hold out until all our forces have been safely evacuated. Range of impact confirmed on radar. The observation plane must be right in there.
Came from YouTube. Okay. Well, welcome. Thank you. Shit. Still on ace. I was about to fly through it. I'm like, oh, what's a little explosion damage? It's fine. But we're on ace. I forget. Whoa. Ow. Oh, yep, there it is. Fuck. God damn it. Yeah, here we go. The drones. My worst nightmares on AC6 ace difficulty. I was doing pretty good at the start.
Guided by observation planes. Shoot them down and the attacks will subside. Each missile's estimated range of impact shows up on radar.
Oh, chat. I went to pre-order my Elden Ring Night Rain, which I haven't done yet. But I went to do that this morning, and I held off because I was thrown a curveball on the store page. I don't know what to do. There's a deluxe edition for the game that I have not heard of beforehand, probably because I'm not super in the loop on this game's marketing, to be honest. The deluxe edition gets you nothing at launch, like no difference at launch whatsoever, other than I think it comes with the digital art book that I'm probably never even going to download, if we're being honest, right? But on the store page, it said additional character and boss fight DLC that's coming later in the year will just already be, or will automatically be added to my account if I purchase the deluxe. And it said that all of the DLC for the game would be out by Q4 2025. So by the end of this year, the DLC will be out already. And the thing is, this deluxe edition, because the game is only 40 bucks, the deluxe edition was like $55. So even then, it's still less than 60. And most new games are 70 now, so I was also kind of like, man, even if the DLC isn't that interesting, it's still cheaper than like anything else I've bought this year. Like, it'll be the cheapest new game that I buy this year, even if I get the deluxe edition, right? So I'm kind of sitting here, I'm like, well, maybe I just go for it. And like, if the DLC and the game are both really good, then just like, you know, I win. If not, it's whatever. I really didn't lose much. It's only $5. It's 15. The game is 40. And then the deluxe is 55. So I was kind of like, well, it genuinely will still be like the cheapest new game that I buy this year. Aside from like if I buy any random indie games or whatever, those will probably be cheaper. It'll be the cheapest AAA game that I buy this year, for sure. Even with the deluxe edition. So I don't know. I really don't know. I have a day to figure it out because I do want to pre-order it. I think there was like some cosmetic stuff for pre-ordering. And just, I know I'm going to be playing it day one anyway. So just give me the extra stuff. For one new character and boss though, it didn't say one. It just said additional character, or sorry, playable character and boss fight DLC. That's all it said. So I don't know how much. That's just what it said. And it clarified on the store page that all DLC would be out by the end of the year. So like, I don't know. It's so vague at the same time. Like, I didn't even know this game was going to have DLC until I went to pre-order it. I just never heard about that. And in a game with like preset character classes like that, playable characters are kind of a big deal. Like, new playable characters are a pretty big thing for a game like that. Additional playable characters and bosses, yeah. So I'm kind of like, well, it's really not that expensive and maybe I want it, but I'm also like everyone else. I'm fairly skeptical on just the entire premise of the game. So it's kind of a weird spot to be in. I genuinely don't know if I want to pull the trigger on the deluxe or not. I saw Fextra Life give a total glazing review. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I read the title. And I don't remember what the title was, but they were glazing the shit out of the game just in the title alone. And then I skipped to the conclusion in their review, And he basically was like, yep, if you like Elden Ring combat, this is a must-have game. This is beautiful. This is great. And he scored it like an 8.9 out of 10 or something. But everyone else seems a little more mixed on it. Yeah, I went on Metacritic, and it's averaging like a 78, which is the lowest score that a FromSoft Souls game has ever gotten. Like, including the notorious ones like Dark Souls 2. It's the lowest score any of their Souls games have ever gotten. Which also has me skeptical a little bit, can't lie. 78 is still a good score. But it's like, okay, this is not gonna be that crazy, incredible FromSoft offering. It's just not. But Fextra seemed to fucking love it. He said in the review as well that he put like over 100 hours into his review copy of it.
We've run into so many checkpoints.
Which is an insane amount to play in like the week and a half that he probably had it for the embargo.
I don't think I
Not this cutscene. Is this the one that I love? I think it is.
But as we travel through these wide open spaces, enemy troops are few and far between. Actually, we've been on this road for quite some time now.
Duolingo cutscene. The on-again, off-again language barrier in full effect in this one. I love joking about that. Because it's just so fucking funny that for whatever reason, there's like this whole plot point with her side of the story about how these two can't understand each other because of like the language barrier between them, because they're from two different countries. But then that language barrier just conveniently disappears at random moments whenever it needs to. And then like a mission later, they'll mention again that they can't understand each other. It's actually so funny once you notice it.
But I've never been much of a liar.
She definitely speaks the language, but with a thick Slovakian accent.
There, he says that she speaks the language, but the mission before, she didn't speak the language.
Something roars
It's
in the
just,
sky above.
it's wild.
I know it's our only chance of escape.
And then his gun jams. First bullet out of an assault rifle.
On the battlefield,
His gun jams.
put luck aside, take what you get, good or bad.
And everyone just stares at them while they scream and run into the car and peel off.
But now I've
my
got
God.
to accept the fact that I am the next target. It's time for me to dance with the angels.
Switch 2 is out in a week. Did y'all see there are already units out in the wild? I did see that some people managed to get their hands on them early, but that they can't actually play anything because Nintendo intentionally shipped all of the units in a state where they can't boot up the games, and they need like a day one release patch to actually be able to open the games. Which is so incredibly Nintendo. And I'm just gonna be the one guy, like, sure, most people who are buying a day one Switch are going to have internet, right? But imagine, like, you get home from picking it up or something, and your internet is out. And you have this new system, and you can't get it online to get the little patch that lets you actually open the games. Because there are going to be people in that situation. There will be some people who have that exact circumstance of like going to GameStop, getting the new Switch 2. Is GameStop still around? Maybe Walmart, I don't know. Getting home and their internet is out for like a few hours. And they're just like, well, this sucks. It's just funny. Because like, I get, they don't want people playing them early. Sure, whatever. But is it worth shipping every unit in a state where it can't play games until you connect to the internet and download a patch? Is it worth it, Nintendo? I don't know. I don't
In
know.
order to conquer the heavy command cruiser, a constant barrage of attacks from the air is absolutely indispensable. First, we need to get a springboard to launch our plan of attack.
I wonder if it'll only be
We're
on
about
first
to head
edition.
south to
Probably.
retake Cavalia Air Force
I would
Base
assume
in
so.
San Loma. Our objective is
Because
to
later,
retake Cavalia's
like
air
revisions of the
base,
Switch will have no
establish a
reason
front
to
line
have
to
that.
destroy the enemy's missile
Right?
system. Once
It's
the
literally
front
just
line is
there to
secured,
prevent
we
people
should
from
have a
playing
decent
games
chance
before
of taking out
launch.
the enemy's heavy command cruiser.
But
Enemy
also it's a
forces will be
Nintendo.
fully deployed.
And as I've said a few
Land,
times this year,
air, and sea.
I'm kind of beyond the
We'll be
point
doing
of giving
all
them
we
the
can to
benefit of the
deal with
doubt.
But I'm sure they'll be ready for us.
So I could
Success or
I could
failure of
see
this
it
mission
just
will very likely
being
have
a thing
significant
for the
effect
Switch
on
2 as well, but most likely it does get removed after the first edition, yeah. Because there's no reason for it to be there afterwards, but it's just a matter of someone has to go in and take it out. It's a matter of whether or not that happens. Ooh. I do like... You see that, chat? Camouflage plane. I dig it. And give me XMA4. Way better. Way fucking better.
Are we ready to fly with these planes?
Nintendo's run by lawyers and spite. It feels like it sometimes. They do feel a little overly spiteful a lot of the time. Oh. I like this plane's cockpit view. Oh, that's pretty. Why is this game so pretty? 2007 360 title, by the way. Whoa. I missed. I tried to make it work.
San Loma's got some pretty tough defenses. Going in alone would be much too risky. Guess we better lay off the stunts today.
Warlock Battalion is currently on its way to San Loma from the northwest. Take out any stowies in our path.
What's that? Howitzer? Are you howitzer?
Garuda 1 launched missile.
Oh, don't stall. I'm getting a little heavy-handed on the high G again. The spins aren't just for the style, it's for tactical realignment. Alright? I'm not just styling. Does Xbone upgrade the resolution? Yeah, it's in 1080, but that's the only difference. It's not like remastered in any significant way. It's just in 1080 instead of 720, but aside from that, it's the same game.
Enemy chopper down.
Ooh. I keep saying I'm using it too much, and then I keep just slamming the high G when turning. I want to go fast. I want to go real fast. Plant. Come on. These tanks are low, thank God.
Enemy tank has been destroyed.
You can just do them in one sweep. I hate the tanks are two shots again. That was like the one really, really, really good thing from Zero's gameplay. Not the one. Zero has good gameplay. 2 in 1 stream. 2 in like 30 minutes. No, I should say, as one of the best things about Zero's gameplay, one of the best like little changes that it made was tanks only being 1 missile to take out. Them being 2 missiles, just annoying. I can't sweep like whole groups of tanks in one go. Slows me down. I hate it. What are you? It doesn't matter. We machine gun. It's Ace Combat 6. We machine gun. Should I play 0 or 4 today? Probably 4. Almost definitely 4. I feel like Ace Combat 4 is one of the Ace Combats that I would recommend someone. If they were like, I want to try Ace Combat, which one do I try? Like to start. One of them would be 4 if I were doing the recommending. Aside from me always just being like, release order.
Enemy tank destroyed.
But I would, what's it? I would genuinely tell people to start with like 2, 4, or 7. I think those would be like the 3 big ones for just if you want to try out Ace Combat at like different points in the series. Like Ace Combat 2 is just where the gameplay first got really nailed down, and it feels shockingly smooth and looks genuinely incredible for a PS1 game. Like, I can't think of a PS1 game that looks better than Ace Combat 2 other than Ace Combat 3. I just can't. Ace Combat 4 looks great, gameplay's great, and like story and all that is really nailed down for the first time there. And then 7 is just, it's honestly just Ace Combat 4, but they made it in 2019, if we're being real. Which is probably why I like it so much. Is that an F-16? This is an F-2A. Honestly, the best 5. Thing with 5 is it's really hard to play 5 like a lot because the mission design is really gimmicky and repetitive. Like 5 is very much intended to be played once and then you're done. It's not a replayable game. Wonder if there will be a Switch 2 patch to make it not run like doo-doo. Yeah, AC7 on Switch is kinda doo-doo. It's not the worst, but like, it's not great. It's not great.
What do you want us to do? Shoot down the observation planes or cover our allies? Both. If you could shoot down the unmanned observation planes, that'll minimize the damage to our forces. First wave of enemy cruise missiles incoming. Point of impact is showing up on radar. Stay clear of that area.
There you are, Commander. We can't fly as fast as Bird. Take out our anti-air weapons and interceptors. Should be a piece of cake for you, right?
I didn't even know AC7 was on the Switch. Yeah, it got a Switch port not too long ago, but it's not great. Like, it's not terrible, but definitely the Switch version of AC7 is the worst version of AC7. Like, by a pretty decent margin, too. It's not even, like, by nitpicking standards. It just...
Garuda-1 destroyed the target.
It doesn't look as good. It runs kind of like shit. The gameplay is all there, and, like, the planes are all there and everything, but just... It doesn't look great, and it really struggles with frame rate and stuff. I started with 7 and watched your playlist about the whole series, and now I want to play the other ones. They're worth it. They're pretty good. I was gonna say, aside from, I was trying to like pick out the bad one and be like, aside from this one, don't play this one. But no, they're all pretty good. Although air combat, if you don't start with air combat, is probably really rough, to be honest. It's fun in like a novel sense though, even like going back to it after the others. Jesus Christ. Come on. What you get for not having a Vita AC? The Vita didn't have any games. It wasn't just AC. No one made games for the Vita. It's sad, but it's true.
Enemy down. Talisman is locked on.
Oh, the machine gun did hit it, like just at the very last second. Oh, I thought I was in range.
Armored vehicle has been destroyed.
Target confirmed destroyed. We haven't been defeated yet. Shoot down those area flies.
Where are these drones at? Come here.
It's like rain falling up from below.
Of course not. Of course I didn't hit those. Yes. Damn it. The other one's not gonna hit.
Garuda-1 destroyed
Or
the
it will.
target.
I stand corrected.
6 o'clock.
That's crazy that the perfect missed. Oh my god, the high G stalls the F2 out so fast. Like, noticeably faster than the other planes in this game. Those are my favorites. Aren't, at least the ones of those that I know, aren't those just games from other systems ported down?
Garuda-1, box 3.
Come on. All 3? Let me have it.
Enemy kill confirmed.
Thank you. Missile tracking is brutal in this. How many playthroughs have you already done? This is number 4.
Reinforcements are on their way.
Yes, this is the 4th one. And we still got a bit to go. This one's a bit involved in terms of just multiple playthroughs.
Ground target destroyed. All enemy LCAC confirmed destroyed.
Gravity Rush and Wipeout were exclusives? Gravity Rush was just a Vita game? I thought it was a PS4 game.
It's locked on. Garuda 1
Are the drones
destroyed the target.
infinite here? Hold on, dude. Oh, it got remastered for PS4. Okay. That's why. It was made for Vita. I didn't know that. Jesus. This drone is wild.
Garuda 1, Fox 3.
Sitting still, stupid bitch.
Target down.
Enemy air defense network has been disabled. Our bombers can get through now. Great work, Garuda team.
Oh, Gravity Rush 2 was made for PS4.
This far?
Okay.
Number of enemy planes are destroyed. Shift forces to the
Square Go
Salem and
Gamers.
cover operation.
Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it.
Warlock Battalion, begin attacks on San
Forever lost because Sony killed the shop for the Vita. It's on PS4 though. PS4's shop is still up, right? Isn't it? I think so.
Stovies are occupied with the sky.
That would be crazy if it's already down. No, it's definitely up. I don't even know why I would think it's not. Because there was that figure that Sony put out not even that long ago, like literally maybe a month or two ago, where like half of Sony's total user base is still on PlayStation 4 and hasn't moved over to the 5 yet.
Sergeant, ignite your trooper out in front. This could get you killed. Testing, 1, 2. I'm afraid the radio's acting up here. Testing.
Yeah. As soon as I realized that, I was like, never mind, that was a stupid question. Of course it's still up. Sony would never shut it down with that many users still on it. Yeah, they'll kill it at some point, obviously. Because like at a certain point with all of those digital storefronts, yeah, it gets to a point where the operating costs of leaving it up are just higher than the profit or the revenue that you're bringing in return. So you just have to shut it down. PS4 still has uses, like when you want to play the Gravity Rush games. Yeah. It does have some stuff. Isn't the PS3 store still available? That one I have no idea. Because like I vaguely feel like I heard that they were shutting it down. PS3 is still up. Okay, never mind. I was like, but I might be thinking of the Vita shutdown.
Enemy kill confirmed.
But yes, then. Oh, that missed. I forget that missiles don't fly as straight in this game. they were gonna shut down the PS3 and Vita stores, but they backtracked. No, Vita is dead. The Vita is already dead.
No missiles left.
That one for sure. Oh. Chat, I ran out of missiles. Whoops. I was not paying attention. I know the 360 store is dead, but unless you are actually gaming on your 360, it's honestly not that big of a loss. Even like, you know, I loved the 360, so I was sad to hear about it, but Xbox's backwards compatibility is so strong and has such a massive library that you can still buy all of those titles on Xbox One or Series X.
Maintain your current heading to return to base and resupply.
So it's really not that big of a deal. Like with the Vita store is just dead. Because they're not really doing like Vita backward compatibility on the PS5 or anything, right? But for Xbox, you can still just go and buy all the backwards compatible stuff off the store. On the newer systems, sorry. And there's a ton. The back compat library is fucking huge. Like even the fact that they have Ace Combat 6. Goes without saying, this is a niche series. This is pretty niche. But they have shit like this on there. And obviously like any really big games from the 360, those will be there. Is it space? It's server costs. It runs off of a server, and then yeah, it's space. It's available bandwidth for things like downloads and stuff. It's a lot. It's pretty expensive to operate those things. AC6 is a niche game in a niche series, exactly. Only for my my Xbox 360 to be a model that couldn't play OG Xbox games. Yeah. Cause only was it the Slim when they added the back compat for the 360? I think it was the Slim.
Enemy plane in gun range.
Pirates do it for free? Not exactly. Because pirates either use established hosting services, like a lot of them use like Discord servers or Mega or Dropbox or whatever the fuck it might be. Internet Archive is a big one nowadays. Or they run their own site and then just fucking load it up with ads. And that's why you inevitably get the notorious like gaming ROM sites that are just loaded with viruses. It's not because the people who run the website have loaded it with viruses. It's because they're just allowing ads to run on there with no quality control because they need the money to be able to leave that stuff up. And because there's zero quality control on it, you get all sorts of ads that have the viruses and load them onto your computer through there. So the pirates don't do it for free. They're making the money back. Or they're just using something that doesn't cost them.
Enemy destroyer sent to the bottom.
Taking evasive action. No missiles gonna get me. Anti-aircraft gun destroyed.
Reminder to not condone piracy in my chat. Friendly reminder before I start bonking.
Radar lock.
Ow. Ow.
Route 1's plane is damaged.
Me when the AA gun actually hurts on Ace. I've gotten way too comfortable with them.
Talisman, you're the key player on this mission. Don't get shot down.
This is running on 360 emulator? No, this is on Xbox.
Talisman's gone down!
Wait a minute. I was like spaced out looking at chat and everything. Yeah.
The target number of enemy planes are destroyed. Shift forces to the San Loma takeover operation.
The fuck? Yep. That was, I should pay more attention while flying. It was a classic Chole moment. You blew up, but that bomber just kept flying. He didn't give a shit. Little F2 hit him. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Missile evaded. Route 1 low on missiles.
Final destination shit. Yeah, just flying from one end of the pond to the other. Random B-52 that you don't see. So you're reading something on your phone. Did False tell the story of her recent Final Destination moment on stream? Because that was a good one. That was crazy. Oh, let's not go into that. She did. That was wild. It does actually sound like something that could be in Final Destination is the best part. It's not even that much.
Scared, but I'm aroused. I'm scaroused.
Scaroused. I need to...
Yeah, you're right. I haven't pegged a man in a long time.
I need to get the ones that have had their volume turned up from hot sauce. I keep forgetting to do that. Oh, I'm out of missiles again. Whoops.
Route 1 has taken damage.
Ow. Start blind firing. Showed you that road too. I don't know how I dodged them all. No, you're lucky as fuck. Genuinely. Snipe the remaining ground targets. You're not wrong.
You're approaching the return line.
But the thing with the ship ones, well, the ship ones actually are good. I was thinking of the like 4-shot lock-on one for some reason. No, the ship ones are fine. So I was gonna say, like, it's gonna target all of the different pieces of the ship and not actually like the ship. It's gonna target like all the guns and whatever else, but no, this one actually does have the air-to-ship missiles. And they have big splash damage, so. Definitely trust me to drive. I don't. I still don't, no.
Perfect, Garuda 1.
Nope.
Garuda 1, begin landing checks.
I will drive. Ah, shit. It's whatever. It's fine. Shit. Well, I don't trust you. Hey, listen here. Listen here. All right. And chat, you guys can be the jury on this one. All I'm saying is one of us has a perfect driving record. No infractions, no crashes ever, has literally never hit anything in the car, never. One of us has a totaled car. I'm just saying. I just gotta throw this out there. Just putting it out there. I'm not even saying which is which. Which one would you guys trust to drive? I won't even tell you which person is which.
In gun range. Missile missed. Radar lock.
Now, it's true that I can't fly in a straight line without hitting something. That is true. But I'm not flying a plane. Also, another B-52 just tried to kill me. You see that shit?
Target hit.
I'm telling you, it's because they're conspiring against me. I was the one hit, thank you. Totaled car. I'm still on my first car. She's in peak condition, pristine, no issues. No scratches, no dents. I did have to replace the rear bumper after I got back from Florida. This is a known story because I was pissed and I ranted about it multiple times, especially when I found out how much it cost to replace the rear bumper on my car. It was parked in the parking lot at my college. I went to class, got through class, came out. It was night class. So I come out at like midnight, legitimately midnight, pitch blackout, empty parking lot pretty much. And there is a giant fucking hole in my rear bumper because someone slammed the back of my car while it was parked there and then just drove off. So I did have to replace the rear bumper. But aside from that, she's in pristine condition.
Enemy's got a SAM locked onto you.
No note? Nope. Nothing. Nothing.
Garuda 1,
Shouldn't have parked there? I guess not, dude. Guess not. That was so bullshit, though.
enemy destroyer sent to the bottom.
And my insurance wouldn't cover it. The replacement, by the way. Get this. Get this. Because at the time, when I tried to replace it, and I was like, hey, insurance, please.
You're the key player on this mission. Don't
They
get
were
shut
like,
down.
well, we have no police report to use for this. Because why the fuck would I call the police? There was no one there. I guess maybe I should have for insurance. I know now. Fuck. They're like, well, we don't have a police report. And also, you have this one speeding ticket for going 5 miles over the speed limit. So, denied. Denied claim. Thank you, insurance. Glad I pay for it.
Radar lock. Anti-aircraft gun destroyed. All targets
Insurance is such a scam. Genuinely, I fucking hate it.
What's left? Talisman?
And in the US at least, it is legally required to have car insurance to drive. Like when you get pulled over, they ask you for your ID and your proof of insurance, as in insurance on your car. And if you don't have it, you're getting fined or arrested, depending if you've been caught without it before or whatever. Depends. Fuck, man. Drone explosion. Hello, hot sauce.
The target number of enemy planes are destroyed. Shift forces to the San Loma takeover operation.
Recovering too much stuff after the Luigi thing. I did not see that. Oh, you're here. Never mind. I thought the balls deep was like a hi, goodbye thing. Never mind. I haven't heard about that, but I know that United is under investigation by the FDC for Medicare fraud, apparently. But I haven't heard about the Luigi thing, no.
Missile evaded. Garuda 1 low on missiles.
Oh, okay.
Sergeant, ignite your trooper out front. Guys could get you killed. Dempsey, mark 2.
Because of the affirmation balls in the freezer thing, yeah. See? I figured. Maybe I shouldn't have done this operation. Maybe I should have chosen a different one.
Missile struck target.
Maybe I should go get air-to-ship missiles when I go to refill. It might be worth it.
Radar locked.
Whoa, that was like instant.
I'd rather
Enemy facility
freaking
taken out.
your asshole.
Don't do that. What was the context of that one? Was that just false discovering that she had a soundboard again? Do you have a soundboard,
Enemy
False?
has a lock on you.
You obviously did at one point. Do you still have that? It was Peggle, so who knows? Does she have a soundboard? She never uses it.
What the hell's the eye guy on doing? Where are the Nimbus missiles?
Just a nice flight over. Don't mind.
It missed.
At least this thing isn't like the slowest plane in the game. It's not the fastest either, but thank God we're not doing the A10 run and going for resupplies anymore.
Garuda 1, you're approaching the return
With its
line.
max speed of like
Turn base
650
to
or
base
something.
resupply.
Oh, yeah, you use a Go XLR. Yeah. Never mind. Of course you do. You should load that up with some good shit. Granted, False might not be zoomer enough for soundboard activity. But I don't know. I think soundboards are fun. I used to have one. I just kind of stopped caring about it after I had my fun with it for a bit. Load random Chole quotes, complete the circle. I already have one in here that's kind of me. Brian from the band Ninja Sex Party has one that he uses during live shows, and it's a nightmare. That sounds like a nightmare. During live shows. I used to... that keychain with like 8 sounds. I'm boomer as fuck. I never had the keychain, but I know the one that you're talking about. Alright, Amadeus, we'll see you around. Have a good rest of your day. You know, I did have a soundboard for a bit. I just genuinely kind of got bored of it. Now I don't know where it is. It's somewhere like in my storage with all the other random shit from when I moved. But I'm like, I don't need this right now, but I also don't want to get rid of it, so just stick it in a box somewhere. I know generally where it is. I don't like soundboard stuff, really. Man, it can be so funny. But it does kind of get boring once you run out of ideas and stuff, right? Or I guess just if you never really have good ideas to start. I actually, just the other day, I randomly, I didn't tell anyone about this. I was going through my old Twitch clips the other day, just randomly, being like, what is left behind from that era of me streaming? And I found the clip that is the origin of like my famous thumbnail face. Because I've mentioned before that that face is just a screenshot of me from like a Twitch clip. And I found that clip. I know the one. I now know the context. Or I guess I always knew, but I had forgotten, and now I remember. The context for that face was that I took a single down during a Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Mob of the Dead record attempt. And I don't know why I got so upset about it. I might have been downing a lot that game. I don't remember. But if you know Mob of the Dead, you know it's genuinely not a big deal to take it down in solo, because you literally get a self-revive for free every single round on that map. It's like one of the only poorly designed things about that map. I don't know why they do that, or why they did that, rather. I'll just record you and pull up Brian and Nogla. Those clips are so funny of them doing that, of Terrorizer and Nogla with the soundboard. Was it the one you downed on round 3? No, I was like set up and going, but I just randomly downed while talking to Owen about whatever. And made that face.
Talisman is locked on. Enemy cruiser sunk. Talisman, you're the key player on this mission. Don't get shot down.
The allegations of me downing on round 3 should not be taken at face value, for the record. It barely happened, okay? It rarely ever happened. So everyone is aware. That was not common. This Chole guy that talks about AC. The profile picture is a different one. That's just a random picture of me from, I believe yeah, it was my sophomore year of high school. No. Oh my God, I lived. Sophomore year of high school. Just a random picture that someone took of me. And in that exact moment, I was making that face, I guess. Allegations? I saw the clip. I don't know what you're talking about. What clip? I have no idea what you're talking about. There are some really funny pictures of me from high school. Like some really fucking funny pictures of me from high school. That's just the one that I guess I chose years ago and I've never really changed.
Missile struck target.
One of my favorites from my senior year of high school is one where
All targets are destroyed.
I was out and about with
Talisman, it's time to finish.
my ex's family. We were together at the time. And there was this like big Christmas tree where we were. And they were like, "Oh my God, family picture with the Christmas tree, let's go." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll take the picture." And they were like, "No, you're gonna be in the picture." I was like, I don't know if I want to be in the picture. I don't know how I feel about this. And they were insistent. So they had some random stranger take the picture. And I like stared into the camera and just made this face where I'm like, I do not want to be in this picture right now. It's so good. And then my ex took that picture and like cropped it out to just be my face, my uncomfortable face, not wanting to be there. And it's hilarious. Better not change the picture. It's good at baiting the transphobes. True. It's so wild. The transphobic comments that I get just from people misreading my name. I mean, I've said it a million times, but it's because it's funny. Just the amount of times that I get comments like, "You'll never be a real woman." I'm like, okay, I didn't want to be. I like being a guy. I wasn't trying to. Ooh, I almost flew into that bomber. Oh.
All targets are confirmed destroyed.
Mission
We have
accomplished?
taken over the city of San Loma.
I let you put your face in the game. Yes, with the Connect. The Connect games where they were like, "Take your picture, we'll put your face in the game." And they were always horrifying.
Has just begun. Now that we've accomplished this mission, we have a good chance of taking out the heavy command cruiser.
Hold on, do I have that picture like on hand? I think I do. I just have to go find it. I know when it would have been.
The target number of enemy planes
Like I know the
destroyed.
year. I know it was in
Forces of the San Loma
December.
takeover
Hold on.
operation.
Yes, I do have the picture.
Mission accomplished. We have managed
Yep.
to retake Cavalia Air Force Base and free
I
San
look
Loma
so
in the
uncomfortable in it.
process. Cavalia will be our chief base of operation for conquering.
I don't know what came over me to do that in that moment where they're like, "Yeah, come on, you get to join the family picture." Because we had been dating for maybe like a year and a half at that point. Yeah, about a year and a half at that point. So like, "Yeah, come on, you get to be in the family picture." I'm like, oh boy. Good Christian family. Very wholesome Christian family. They were convinced that I was permanently a member of the family by that point. But I did not want to be in that picture. Lo and behold, I was not a permanent member of that family.
This pilot is from Ludmilla's homeland. She asks the crashed pilot about a name, asking if he has any information. But the pilot takes a turn for the worse. Just before all this, he seemed to be mumbling a name. Garuda. He's the one that shot me down.
I'm sending it to false for verification.
I know exactly what she's going through, why she's overcome with such emotion. My husband could have very well ended up like this.
God, that picture is
And now I know. The one
5.5
she
years
faces
old.
as well.
That was a long time ago. Doesn't feel like it was that long ago.
Save a man's
That was a
life
very
on
long
this
time
wide
ago.
plane. We both
December
began to
2019.
realize what we
Jesus
share,
Christ.
How much we have in common.
False put a laughing emoji. She might be on like call or something. But can confirm she finds it funny.
Order of deployment. We've obtained a portion of classified intelligence.
I don't know if I even have the uncropped one.
From the Department of National Safety.
I don't think I do.
The heavy command
It should be like
official
right
name
there
has
if
been
I do,
identified
and I don't
as
think I do.
P1112 Igayon. The team consists
Which it might
of
sound weird that I
mid-sized
would, but I don't
aircraft
delete
in
my
charge
pictures
of
at all.
electronic warfare, and a mid-sized Gaijus aircraft
My
in
camera
charge of
roll
close
is like
range air
untouched.
defense.
If I ever took a picture or video of something,
Takes care of all
it did not get
business and
deleted.
related
It's still on
duties.
my phone to this
After
day.
acquiring this intelligence, we were able to draw
I have
our
everything,
operation
which
to
is
the
also why
center
it's
of the
kind of a
Igayon.
mess.
Listen closely. Fuel is added to the Igayon through an opening located
I
in
have
the front.
screenshots of my
Must make their way to the front of the Igayon
of my
for
old
refueling.
crypto portfolio when I was into crypto and it was like shooting up and I was making money.
Igaion's radar signals
I'm finding a bunch of screenshots of that.
This is
Man,
where it gets important.
I was winning so much back then. I just found one.
Radar is almost completely
I just found
unable to
one
detect any type of movement
where I took a
in front of the
screenshot of today's return plus $750.
You could
Fuck.
approach the Igayon from the air.
I wish I was still getting shit like that now.
So our best chance of taking that
Today's
monster
return,
out
$1,045.
The Igaion's flight schedule is
Okay,
also
I'm kind of kicking myself now. Oh my
We'll
god.
go over the flight route after our meeting in the hangar.
Bro, I wish I still was doing that. Not the crypto. Crypto is a shit show. But damn, those were the days. Those were the days. To be making $1,000 a day on crypto again. Fuck me sideways. Where did all that money go? Well, it went towards paying my student debts, actually. I know exactly where it went. That's not a mystery. Shit's expensive.
Talisman, which plane? How about my weaponry?
Fetus coal?
Are we
I don't
ready to
even,
fly
like-
with these planes?
Well, I do look different. I was still heavier then. Not like I had lost a bit of weight by then.
Time to take
I'd
off.
lost a good bit. But I was still heavier. I did have the beard at that point, so that's covering some of it. Other than that, I look pretty similar. You know what's the giveaway in this awkward smile that it makes it look weird? Is I'm smiling with like both sides of my mouth fully and staring straight into the fucking camera. I don't smile with both sides of my mouth. I mean, I do, but it's very heavily towards one side. I was forcing that smile and then staring straight into the camera. It's also a closed mouth smile for chat's context. It's not an open mouth smile, it's a closed mouth smile. It really is like the I don't want to be in this picture face. Just staring directly into the camera. It's good. Maybe I should show chat. They'll see that I'm not ginger. Fucking bastards.
The heavy command cruise's radar capabilities temporarily falter whenever it's refueling in midair.
The Suffering Herald face? Suffering Herald. Kind of that, but with the mouth closed, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
A lot of good agents lost their lives getting us this intel.
So beware if he smiles with his whole mouth. I mean, it happens, but no, I can tell that that one's not natural.
Enemy at current course. Initiate an attack immediately after you've made it into the
Seeing
combat
your old
zone.
clips, you see how blonde you really are? Do you?
Garuda 2
I think it really is the lighting in here that kind of fucks with it. Because also I've said before, like, it's yellow light. Like, orangish yellow light, so it, like, reflects off my hair and makes it look less blonde than it is in here. Because there's no, like, neutral light. There's no, like, neutral, like, white lighting in this room at all. It's all, like, that yellowish orange. It's this room. When my filters aren't on? What filters?
Approaching target.
Oh, sorry. I missed earlier. Chole is an extra funny word. In Mexico City slang, we have the phrase... It's not like Chole, though, right? It's not said the same way, surely. It's just spelled the same way. The color filter. My white balance. So you're saying, like, hold on. Is it just settings? It's not a filter. It's just the camera settings. Hold on. I'm putting it back onto auto white balance to see. You think it looks less ginger with the auto white balance on? You think it looks more blonde like this? It would be Chole. I was gonna say, it's not like Chole, surely. Never mind, no. Yeah, I'd take a lot of the yellow out with the camera settings, but even then, I mean, I could like fully desaturate it, but then I look sickly. I go for a middle ground. Got that vampire look. Yeah. If I take like all the yellow out of the shot. Oh, they're bombers. Okay, I guess. Fibber, I hardly know her. It's terrible. Do I look more blonde in old clips? Now you got me curious. Could I just pull up old Twitch clips to refute the allegations? Very.
Looks like it's for air support.
I mean, obviously the profile picture, but at that point I was working outside. Yeah, the job I had then, I was outside, so the sun was also just making me more blonde than usual. Because I was out in the sun a lot at that time. Like a whole lot. Yeah, Chole. Left. What just happened while I was reading? What the fuck just happened? Looked red since I started watching. Hold on. Oh, yeah, False is sending me screenshots. She went to find old clips, and yeah, fair. Fair, actually. My hair is a mess in those old clips. Because, dude, so what happened in those old clips? Back when I was in school, if I wasn't going out that day, I did not put product in my hair. So my hair is just a disaster in like half of my old Twitch clips because I genuinely just did not give a shit, even though I was gonna be on camera. I was like, nope, if I'm not going anywhere, I'm not putting anything in my hair. It can do whatever it wants. I don't really care. To be fair, I was but a small Twitch streamer then. So small. Well, now I guess I'm a small Twitch streamer again. I have started dual streaming again. I got flacked. Okay. I was like, whoa. What the fuck was that? I don't have RCL, unfortunately. Fetus Cole's voice? What, different? Good or bad different? I feel like it can be both, actually. A little baby, yeah. But also, well, it depends. If it's like that clip that you sent the screenshot of, that's before I hurt my voice. So it definitely depends with those. But with a lot of those, you probably also just don't hear the vocal damage in my voice. Because now you can hear it. Like, if you didn't hear it before, there's no frame of reference or anything, but it's, you can just hear it. And like, depending on the day, it's better or worse too.
Keep an eye on your 6 o'clock.
Damage. Yeah, I had a vocal hemorrhage a few years ago, which is literally tearing one of your vocal cords. So I have long-term damage. One of my vocal cords is fucked. And depending on how much strain I'm putting on it, like in a short time, it's better or worse.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
What year did you damage it? 21. Dream Theater Singer had the same issue. Yeah. What's it? It's much more common among like vocalists. I heard it during, doing metal screams.
Incoming missile.
Ugh. I was doing Corey Taylor Iowa screams. You know what that is. And yeah, one of them just gave. One of them just gone.
Enemy aircraft down.
But because of food poisoning? What the fuck? That's actually crazy. Whoa.
Garuda 1, you're too far out. Watch out for cruise missiles.
Yeah, I got it. That was a little fucked. It was 1993 wild times.
Missile evaded. Garuda 1, box 3.
This is fine.
Lock on.
Oh. It looked like it could have happened.
Missile strike confirmed.
Oh, there we go. It'd be great if I actually liked fighting games. What would be?
Garuda 1, box 3. Missile struck target.
I love fighting games, dude. Oh,
One's been shot down.
yeah, I was flying slow. That's my fault. Oh, Arc Systems sale? That didn't even like come through to my chat box. What?
Missile struck target.
Are they doing an Arc Systems sale? No, false. False is sending me more pictures of old Twitch clips, and no, my hair is not dyed in that.
Garuda team, engage. Garuda 2, engaging.
Because I have, historically, I haven't done it in ages, but in the past I have colored my hair one way or the other. Not like dyed it like with bleach or anything, but just put stuff into it to like lighten it or darken it.
Hey, I'm scared, but I'm aroused. I'm scaroused.
Oh.
We've got a runt on the move. Looks like it's for air
Anyway.
support. There are enemy
But no, there I wasn't
providing
doing that.
ESM. You'll be in a world of hurt if you let them go.
Because I remember the last time I lightened it up was like the sophomore year of high school. That was the last time I ever went lighter. And then the last time I went darker was 20 or 21. No, it would have to be 2021 because of the apartment I was living in. 2021 was the last time I darkened my hair at all. Since then, I've just left it. Guilty Gear for like $3 is a steal. I might even have to jump on that.
Enemy plane down.
There we go.
Garuda 1, you're too far out. Watch out for
I know.
missiles.
I know. All of them besides Strive are sub $3. Oh. Or sorry, £3, not bucks. So like $4. Sub $4. That might have been a bad time to shoot that, yeah.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. Garuda 1, Fox 2. Talisman, keep the pressure on. Just a little
Ran into a clip of Owen going off about men and women's heights. I know the one because I just recently saw it. I thought it was funny.
missile was evaded.
That's the thing. A lot of those clips, because I used to have like my whole group on just whenever really they wanted to, because I was kind of just hanging out. I did not take it very seriously. We did the thing where like if I was streaming, I would just be in a VC in like a server that they could just join.
Missile evaded.
And so they were just in and out whenever they wanted to be on stream.
Missile struck target.
And yeah, we were young. So, there's some shit that I'm like, man, this like didn't age super well.
Garuda 1, Fox 3.
Mostly even just because like
Keep an eye on your
I feel like now he probably wouldn't care.
Watch out.
He'd just be like, oh yeah, whatever. It's preference. Who cares? But back then, the clip for context, it's him ranting about women saying that guys are too short even when they're like half a foot taller than them. And he's like, if anything should be too short, it should be shorter than your height. What are you talking about? It's too short.
We have radar lock on.
Now he'd probably just be like, ah, whatever. I don't really care that much.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Switch to formation C, but don't let up on the firepower. This begins.
Ooh. There are some pretty good clips of our group on there, though. So at times I'm like, man, that was like a fun way to do it. At least at that time. I feel like I couldn't do that now. Like just having a whole friend group where anytime I'm on stream, it's just like fucking open VC. I feel like I couldn't do that now. But some of the clips are good from back when we did do that. Being so specific about heights. I don't really either. But I don't really like have a height preference necessarily.
We have radar lock on.
Because back, like, before,
Enemy down.
there was a time where I was like, yeah, around my height is like, ideal. Which would be, like, tall for women, obviously. Since I'm just such a giant, hulking man. Obviously, as you can tell. But that was really just because everyone that I had dated for a long time was around my height purely by coincidence. Like, not because of that at all, just it's how it was. So I was just like, oh yeah, that's good. I know that. That works. I'm with it. But really, I don't really have a preference. If they're super short, it's chill. If they're taller than me,
Launching missile.
it's chill.
Aerial battleship number 1 down. It's going down.
I'm around average height, so for me, that's most people. Yeah, for me, I'm like average height for dudes. But that means that not many women are that height. Like for dudes, I'm average, but for women, that would be tall. Yeah. I remember False telling me that one of her her mutuals was like 6 feet. And I was just like, oh. You got her number?
Box 3. Special weapons running
My
low.
girlfriend is like a centimeter taller than me, but she wears tall shoes sometimes. I'm into it. I feel like some guys are super like against the idea of their girlfriend being taller than them. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think there could be benefits.
Critical hit to the aerial battleship. Enemy destroyed.
I don't really care that much about like being out and people just seeing her being taller than me. That doesn't really bother me. Just the idea of it, at least. Maybe I would feel differently if I had the experience with it, but in concept, I don't feel like I would be bothered by that.
Garuda 1 out of special weapon.
But for some dudes, that's like huge no-no. Like absolute no. How do I ban streamer? It was funny. High heels are cool. Oh, actually, I have had that experience. Hold on. My ex in high school, the one from the family picture story, she was exactly my height. Exactly. And at prom, she wore heels, and she was like a few inches taller than me. And I didn't mind. Because I was like, oh yeah, she's just in heels, it's whatever. But maybe if she was actually taller than me, that would be different than just heels. 6'2", I've met many women taller than me. Bro, I've met some tall ass women.
Garuda 1 launching
Like
missile.
fucking tall. Holy shit tall.
Damage on the command craft.
Garuda team.
Easier to motor, but okay. All right. Oh, hold on. No, this is fine. Oh my god, I'm gonna fly into it. Please stall. There we go. The stall saved me. Oh yeah, I'm out of specials. Oh, I see it. I didn't see it at first. I saw it last second. Fuck me. Girl being shorter than me is cute. Girl being taller than me is hot. Exactly. Exactly. She gets it, chat. She gets it. Both are different. Both are good, though. Okay. You almost parked in a turbine. That's what I was going for. Obviously. I was just trying to find a good landing spot. That's all. Holy missiles. Yeah, they're really trying to stop me from doing this. I always think of that one fan art of Krillin in 18. That one fan art. I don't know the one that you're talking about, like off the top of my head, but surely I've been around the internet and the Dragon Ball fandom long enough. I've probably seen it. If it's something that's like as common, or sorry, that's common enough to be that one fan art, then yeah, I've probably seen it at some point, but I can't think of it. Krillin's the luckiest motherfucker alive. I don't know how he managed to pull that. I'm far from the first person to say that, but how the fuck did he manage?
We've got to destroy that heavy command cruiser. Try attacking its intersection from the front. Finish it off, Talisman. You're the man. Missile missed its target.
I love Krillin. Krillin was a staple of my Sparking Zero team when that game dropped. I played so much Krillin right at the start of it. Dude got Riz. I don't know what you want us to tell you. I don't know how. I really don't. We don't see the Riz really on screen at all. We just kind of see him being awkward as fuck. Being nice, but awkward as fuck, actually. This is starting to sound really familiar to me. All of a sudden. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I just had like a moment of realization.
Target hit. Talisman is locked on.
I'm Krillin.
The enemy has a lock on you.
I'm just realizing. Krillin Riz is the same as my Riz. I'm just realizing it now, saying it out loud. Like, he never outright Rizzes or anything. He's just kind of there. He's really awkward, but he's really nice. So people end up taking a liking to him. And this sounds like exactly how my last 3 relationships all came to be. Now that I'm saying it out loud.
Enemy aircraft down.
Better not watch Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Attack of the what now? Attack of the huh? This fan art's shit. Krillin's not that tall. Kidding. It's funny though. I don't think I have seen that one. Krillin is really tall in that. What? I tanked a missile. I tanked it. I take back anything I've ever said about the F2 that has not been positive. Oh no, fuck, never mind. What possessed someone to draw that? It's amazing. It is kind of crazy in that context. That fan art is wild, actually. You're not wrong. Oh, for fuck.
We have radar lock on.
There's no checkpoints in this level.
We've got a runt on the move. Looks like it's for air support. There are enemy aircraft providing ESM. You'll be in a world of hurt if you let them go.
Great. Great. I choked right at the end. I knew that trying to do the S ranks while doing the ace mode multi-role only run would eventually bite us in the ass. It's just that we've now hit the point where that's going to happen. I can't even hit the engine from that side. What am I doing?
Talisman, it's the Reaper's emblem. Let's pay him back once and for all.
Okay. No one shoot me. Thank you. Attack of the 50-foot woman. They really used to just make movies about anything, huh? There's like, what if the big monster was just a woman, but she's 50 feet tall and pissed off about something, probably. Think about it. Because the F2 is very mediocre? Probably. Oh no, I'm getting flacked. Fuck. The F2 is solid enough. But I'm definitely missing RCL doing it this way.
Talisman is locked on. Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you.
Oh my god, I can't aim the gun. What is wrong with me?
Missile was evaded.
There we go. Doing no hit run with all these flaks will be a fun time. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that we can just load like our previous save whenever I take damage for that. I don't think we have to actually do the entire campaign no hit. There we go. I'm trying to like straighten it out. Did it, but it was not fun.
Box 2.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would be very fun. Oh.
Number 2 electronic support system down. All right, that's what I like to see.
We're not going to talk about that. I think it's best if we don't talk about my poor decisions.
Box 3. Talisman, keep the pressure on. Just a little further now. Roger. Okay. I shook that one off somehow. Aim for the cockpit.
Beautiful.
The bastard's going down. Aerial battleship number 1 down. It's going down.
Oh! There's Shammy. I knew he was hanging around somewhere. Not a single one.
Bullseye. Good job, Garuda team. We're almost done here.
Damn right.
Critical hit to the aerial battleship. Enemy destroyed. Enemy destroyed.
That was probably unnecessary. Or it would have been if they can hit a fucking AA gun. Where is that AA gun? Is it on the front? Son of a bitch. Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah? Oh, should I ask him if I need to play Half-Life 1 and 2 before 3 comes out? I mean, you probably won't have to. But even if Half-Life 3 never comes out, you should play Half-Life 1 and 2. You should play Half-Life. And I'm partially saying that so that more people will eventually start to agree with me that Half-Life 1 is way better than Half-Life 2. And it's just true. I will not hear otherwise. I need more people in my corner on this one. Don't play Half-Life Source, PSA, because with enough time passing, enough people forget more and more. Don't play Half-Life Source. Just the original Half-Life. Source is a shit show. And I haven't played Black Mesa, so I can't comment on it. I've only actually played the original. Don't make me do it. I'm gonna have to do it.
Missile was evaded. All engine units destroyed.
Never mind.
The heavy command cruiser's taking a major blow. Garuda team, you almost got her. We've got to destroy that heavy command.
The vehicle sections in Half-Life 2 are awful. I will die on this hill. I mean, they're fun, but they're definitely the weakest parts of the game. I would agree with that much, for sure.
Watch out. The enemy has a lock on you.
Black Mesa is great. Black Mesa's Zen at least seems good, like really good. At least by comparison to the original, it seems infinitely better. So if nothing else, I need to play it someday just for that. Because all my homies hate Zen. Actually, I do know that some people defend it in the original. I will not be one of those people. You will not hear it from me. There we go. Yeah, Half-Life 2 was like an amazing achievement for when it came out. Like, the gunplay's not great. The atmosphere is always great in Half-Life. But that's even like why I like Half-Life 1 more. A lot of that is the atmosphere. I find Black Mesa's atmosphere just so much more interesting than all the locations in Half-Life 2.
Missile strike confirmed.
Plus, I just love when a game is like, yeah, this game is set in like this one specific location, and you just get to stick with it and like thoroughly explore that entire place. That's so fun. I love games like that. I'm an opposing force enjoyer. Opposing force is good. Blue Shift is not, but opposing force is.
Missile was evaded.
Any Blue Shift enjoyers in chat? Since I've said that now, I'm curious. Any Half-Life Blue Shift enjoyers? Oh, are those in the middle of the thing too? Whoa, why are there cruise missiles?
Garuda 1, Fox 2.
I hit one of them. I always love a good flying fortress in Ace Combat, I have to say. These things are always awesome.
Missile was evaded. Garuda 1, Fox 2. Their heavy command cruiser has been destroyed. Excellent work. Now it's our turn.
Garuda team's the real deal.
Black Mesa has an almost completed, fully voice-acted Blue Shift mod. Really? Is there an opposing force one? Because that's always, at least from like the outside looking in, been one of the downsides of Black Mesa. Like one of the few, because it generally seems great. But not having opposing force in Blue Shift is
Garuda team, engage.
definitely a loss. Even though Blue Shift is not that great, still a loss.
Good job. The Igaion and its air unit
More
have been
time
destroyed.
in the Black Mesa facility
Cruise
is just
missiles
good,
aimed at Emeria
even if it is
have
Blue
also
Shift.
been
I don't
eliminated.
believe so.
This
Why
was a
Blue
huge
Shift
victory for
first?
us, and I'm sure it'll have a significant impact on the war. Garuda team, you have received
Which
the letter of
airborne fortress
commendation
battle
from
do you
the
think
Joint
has done
Chiefs
it
of
best?
Staff for
Honestly,
your
that
invaluable
one
service in this mission.
or
Tonight, you're free to do what you
the
want.
one from 7, the final encounter with it in like the second to last mission, I think. It's that one or the one in 7, I would have to say. Haven't heard of it in a while. Curious.
Lieutenant Colonel.
This man was once a pupil of mine.
Oh,
Many years have passed since then, But Lieutenant Commander Pasternak still has that same spark of confidence in his eyes.
There is one in progress
He was brought here to help us turn the war in our favor. Now that he has been promoted
that
to captain of the
is like
Spirit,
listed on
he's
Steam
sure to be a
fully.
on the side of the American military.
It doesn't have a release date or anything. And it hasn't seen an update in a long time, since like December.
But keep it hidden behind your back.
But they're doing opposing force and blue shift.
I asked him if he knew Garuda 1.
Know him? My sole reason of being sent here was to fight him.
He smiled to hide the rage.
It seems good.
That
But
should have been my passion, my
yeah, that hasn't gotten any updates in a
things
minute.
have changed.
Since December is a long time.
This man is about to step into the world I once knew. My days in this sky are behind me now. The bitter taste of loneliness is all I have left.
Opposing force would take an actual budget warranting a price tag. That's probably true, now that you mention it. Probably is just because it's easier to do. There's controversy with this one. Hold on, I found a wiki page for it.
East of Central Ani,
What's the
lies
controversy?
Rogno Fortress and Graggio Canyon.
Oh.
Our fortress there is still under Estavakian control.
In
Substations
August
for
of
a giant
2024,
dam and military
an internal
tunnels
document
line the
was
area
leaked
near
to the
fortress.
r/Half-Life
Those places
Reddit
act as
community,
extra means of defense
containing
and
multiple
already
allegations
licensed
against
area.
lead developer
Now
of
that we've
the
destroyed
team
enemy's
doing
heavy
it,
command cruiser,
of
we're on
hate
our way
speech,
east
discrimination,
towards
and
Grace
verbal
Barrier.
abuse.
But the only route for our heavy deployment of ground forces to travel on passes through
I figured it was going to be controversy like
Fortress is Estavakia's trump
with
card
the way they're
against
approaching
Grace
the
Barrier.
mod or
If
something.
we can recapture that fortress, it's smooth sailing to
But no, I guess the lead dev just isn't a very cool
Eliminate
guy.
the Estavakian unit there and recapture Rogno Fortress.
That's the one sentence in the entire like controversy section on the wiki page though. Kanye's the lead dev, I guess. Interesting. Where are you more likely to survive, Black Mesa or Aperture Science? I'm dead either way. Yeah, I have no clue. Because, I don't know. Lore-wise, you're not surviving either, is the thing. Like, Aperture, because of just the way that it plays out, like, in the game, almost doesn't seem that bad if you can just solve the puzzles, but, like, no, you're dead. You're... that's what I was gonna say. Like, Black Mesa has a handful. Aperture only has Chole on, like, the survivor list. And Chole makes it look so simple to escape, right? But, like, if you break down the lore, there's no way you're managing. Black Mesa, because you don't have to deal with GLaDOS. It really is one of those, like, I'm dead either way. I'm just fucked. It doesn't really matter that much. But I have no idea. Chole's cracked out of her mind. No human could do that shit. It's wild. I don't know how you would survive either. Without looking up a wiki, her brain is built different. I don't know. I don't think Portal's puzzles are that hard. Is that a hot take? I don't feel like they're bad.
Just get better balls, Cole.
My balls are great. This is probably my best bet for air to ground.
How about my weaponry? Are we ready to fly with these planes?
Garuda team, time to take off.
Probably. Fuck air to ground missiles. Yeah, I don't like unguided bombs either, typically. Just because I have a skill issue. Which one? Is this the tunnel running one? Operation C? Start there. It's nice and quick. Oh, actually, but I always have a hard time getting S rank with Operation C, so never mind. Just take it slow and get the S. Fuck it. That worked pretty well. They're not that hard. False got pissed at me. Because, she was like, yeah, I'm surprised. I did, like, well with the puzzles in Portal. They weren't really... Like, I thought I was going to get stuck and feel stupid on stream. And I was like, well, yeah, they're not, like, terrible puzzles or anything. So, there wasn't, like, a lot to really worry about, but you did do good. Just, like, just let me have this. Don't tell me that they were easy puzzles. I'm like, oh, my bad. Whoops. She did do... Yeah, that's, I was saying, like, you did. But it's not like this is, like, an insane puzzle game. Because I've played some puzzle games that are just fucked up. Like, really fucked up. I'm sure we all have. You did great because it was easy as fuck. Yeah, I get it.
Connecting ESM for Garuda 1. Enemy chopper down.
He always backhands me. He did the same with Elden Ring. No, the fuck I didn't. When did I do that? Oh! I know what she means with Elden Ring. When we did Margit recently. Okay, chat. Back me up here. Back me up. Okay? Because, like, should I have just not said it? Maybe. Maybe. But I know exactly what she means. We finally fought Margit on our playthrough. We did it in, like, 10 minutes. It did not take long. And I even didn't fight with her a lot of the time. I kind of hung back and let her do most of it. So that she could actually, like, fight him. And then afterwards, she's like, that's not that bad. We did great. And I'm like, yeah, we're a little over leveled, but like, it's, you know, it did go pretty easy. Now, again, should I have said that? Maybe not. Fair. However, comma, I would like to put it on record. We were like level 37 when we fought him. Where are my Elden Ring players at? Back me up on this. We were a little over leveled. We were a little over leveled. It's true. She still did great. She still barely got hit by him. But we were a little over leveled, so he went down a little easier. We weren't like super over leveled. But yeah, we were a bit strong for that point in the game. Because we were going around and doing all the stuff. Man, I feel like I have to be really high up to get them to scatter outright. Probably doesn't help to shoot it straight down either. Well, that one did good though. Canceling Sunday. Why is this plane so fast? Who made the F-15 so fucking fast? Jesus Christ. AC6's planes feel really wacky compared to the other games. Because like the F-15's always a little speedy, but here it's like the fastest plane in the game. I feel like some of the planes just have random stats that out of nowhere have been put on steroids in AC6. Like, what's it? I think it was the... Oh, I don't remember. What's the second plane on the list, chat? Right below the F-16 in this game. Someone in chat probably knows it off the top of their head, right? The Mirage? I thought so, but I thought I was wrong. Yeah, the Mirage. Why is it so slippery? Why does it have like the best handling of all the base planes in the game? Like that thing turns faster than the F-22 turns. Why? Why is it that maneuverable? I swear a lot of the planes just have random like unexpected stats that got blown up. At least compared to other Ace Combat games. Wait till you try the Idolmaster versions. I can't in 6 because the DLC's all delisted. You can't even purchase it. So we can't do DLC. No Ace of Aces. Unfortunately. I only had 2 and it was hilarious. Yeah, I love that they had the anime idol planes with boosted stats. Like that alone is just hilarious to say out loud. The anime girl planes were statistically better versions of the planes. Thanks, Phil. It's not Phil's fault. It's not just the 360 store. They got delisted years ago. Because I would have bought them like back when I did the review. But they were already delisted. Like when the game got delisted, all the DLC did too. It was years ago. Come on. Don't stall on me. I didn't mean to hold it. See if I hit things with this. They're both still traveling. Give them time. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, from high altitude, these are maybe crazy good bombs. This might have been the good play. Some graphic hiccups, but they seem to work. Yeah, there are just some graphical issues on emulator for this game still. Even if you're using the custom branch, it's not quite what the experience was on console yet.
Enemy vehicle has been destroyed.
It might not even need that. It did need that. They don't reach that far.
Garuda 1, Fox 2. Ground target destroyed.
In Assault Horizon, they have the same stats? That's tragic. At least I can have anime girls on the plane, though. I'll take what I can get. Waifu plane is hilarious enough. Even if the stats aren't insane. Oh my god. This thing is so fast.
down.
The taxi skin in Yakuza 5. I don't think I got that one. Which I did a lot of the taxi driving in 5. So I'm kind of surprised I didn't get one. Oh no. There we go. No, I'm too fast. I can't control it. My muscle memory to just always be on the afterburner is killing me here. That's how much you played the minigame. Yeah, I got really far. I cleared like all the racing missions. And I did like more than half of just the side, like normal taxi driving missions. But I did not see an anime girl rap for my taxi. I wish I did. Is it Hatsune Miku? Wait a minute. Is it? I don't know how I didn't realize 2 minutes ago that it might be. She's everywhere in that game. Like, genuinely everywhere. It's very funny that she is just... Everywhere you look in Yakuza 5, there's a Hatsune Miku. It's... I don't know what happened. I don't know what kind of deal they struck. It's crazy.
Warning, incoming missile.
Oh yeah, we're playing it on an Xbox. Which is probably why it looks better than on Xenia.
Missile struck target.
Whoa! Is it a Miku taxi?
We have radar lock on.
Yeah, like I was getting little Miku toys out of the crane games, out of the UFO catchers. Up in Sapporo, there's a giant ice sculpture that's just Hatsune Miku for some reason. And they make sure to point out that it's her in one of the sub-stories just in case you missed it. There's straight up a Hatsune Miku skin for Haruka if you get 100% completion. It kind of looks like her, but it's not. Damn. Missed opportunity. Because she's everywhere else in that game. It's hilarious. I showed it to False. False thought it was funny. While I was playing through Yakuza 5, I was sending her screenshots of all my Miku sightings. Because False likes Miku.
Transport route to the fortress confirmed destroyed. Now take care of the rest. Garuda 1, bombs away.
Might be the 60 FPS on YouTube that makes it look better. No, because the game is, well, on Xbox One it plays at 60. I don't know about otherwise. But, what's it? It's probably just the lack of all the, like, graphical bugs that Xenia has. Like how missiles look like absolute shit on the Xenia version. Just things like that that they haven't managed to fix yet.
Lock on. Anti-aircraft gun destroyed.
I wonder why the missiles look like that on Xenia. Because, I mean, they don't look great in AC6 as is, but it's such a weird thing for the emulator to struggle with. It feels so random. Yeah, the smoke trails on the missiles. Which is a shame because the smoke trails and stuff look really, really nice on like a large scale in this game. When they're just everywhere when you look over a battlefield, it's sweet. But yeah, this was normally when emulation is an option, I opt for that. I just dump my copy over for streaming and recording stuff because what's it? Because it's more convenient. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But with AC6, just because Xenia's kind of wonky with it, we got the old capture card out, the original hardware, kind of. It's Xbox One. Original enough hardware. It at least runs it in 1080.
Ground target destroyed.
My taxi looks great is a Reddit post that shows off the skin. Hold on. I'm gonna have to see this.
Increase the power supply. I've already told them to start storing power above.
Special weapons running low.
Power output is still flowing. All substations have been shut down.
Thank you, Flack.
Substation facilities confirmed destroyed. Now take out the rest of those transport routes.
The game is 30. I don't know. It feels really smooth for 30, but it might just be the nature of Ace Combat that it doesn't even feel like it's noticeably 30. Because I know that when people try to run it at 60 on Xenia, which you can do, it apparently breaks the game because they tied the frame rate to the game clock, or rather, they tied the game clock to the frame rate more accurately for some reason.
Surrounding enemy forces have been weakened. Commence attacks on the
Yeah.
fortress itself. I'll be sending the target data. Your route team.
Remember when everyone was doing that?
Specified targets. I've sent coordinates for the first.
Oh, the menus are 60 and then it switches to 30 for gameplay. Interesting. It's a good 30 FPS. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't really feel like when I think of 30 FPS, I think of it being a lot choppier than this. I mean, I'm a PC guy. I of course get pretty snobby about 30 FPS. As I should. But this genuinely doesn't even really feel like 30.
Warning, incoming missile.
It's like the smoothest 30 FPS game I've ever played. Whoa.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. In gun range.
Ah, shit. I hate it when you go from 60 to 30 in a game and it's unplayable. Bro, it's bad. Like when you're used to something running at 60 and then it dips below, you're like, oh my god, I can't play like this. How is a man supposed to game like this? It's brutal. I mean, I say it whenever the game comes up and people are like, why haven't you played it? But the reason I still haven't played Bloodborne is because I so genuinely just don't want to buy it on PS4. I have a PS4. In fact, it's hooked up right now because I had to set it up recently again. I have it. It's right there. I don't want to play Bloodborne on it because I know that game's frame pacing and shit is so fucked that I'm just not going to be able to enjoy the game the way I want to if I play it on there. I'm gonna be so distracted by the performance issues. Yeah, I played the OG Xbox Morrowind port when I was a kid. I've experienced that. That shit's awful. But I played the fuck out of it when I was a kid. Shad PS4 is getting pretty close to Bloodborne being perfect. Yeah, I've been hearing that for a year.
Anti-aircraft gun destroyed.
Plus, we've got Night Rain on Friday, which is obviously going to be better, right? Right, chat? Zelda on N64 ran at 20. That shit's brutal. 20 FPS is really bad. FPS is one of those diminishing returns things as you go higher. Because, like, the difference between 90 and 95 frames a second is not that noticeable. But you know what's really noticeable? The difference between 25 and 30. Or 20 and 25 even. Incredibly noticeable. Like 90 to 100, you're not going to notice a difference, really. But 20 to 30, oh my god. You're really going to feel that. I'll be sure, or for sure be letting everyone know when it's actually perfect. Someday. Someday I will have perfect, buttery smooth Bloodborne as an option. And when that day comes, I will order myself a Bloodborne disc off of eBay. And we will fucking run it, or wherever. I say eBay because it's the first thing that comes to mind, but anywhere I can get it for a decent price, really. Which I'm sure won't be too hard. It's Bloodborne. There are plenty of copies floating around. If I can get like a pristine Ishin copy easily for like 15 bucks, I can probably get Bloodborne. It's creeping up in value now. Is it really? Let me go look. In the UK? I can't imagine it is in the US. That would be wild.
Altitude restrictions have been canceled. Good luck.
No, it's like 15 bucks. It's not bad. Sounds like it's a Europe thing for some reason.
Bombs away.
What about a hacked PS4? Are you condoning piracy in my chat right now?
We have radar lock on.
Oh, or do you mean like removing the frame limit? No, dude, I don't want to kill my PS4. Absolutely not.
In gun range.
Can run it better? Really? So is it not that the PS4 can't handle the game and it's just that FromSoft didn't optimize it? Is that what I'm understanding? Because I was under the impression that it just ran like shit because PS4 hardware, which fair enough. A lot of PS4 games, even starting like a couple years in, like they ran like shit. There's a reason the PS4 Pro was a thing. The Pro wasn't a normal business model for console manufacturers before the PS4 and Xbox One. And it became a thing during that generation because both of them were horribly underpowered when they came out. The PS4 jet engine? Yeah, I have a launch PS4, so mine is a jet engine. Mine gets real hot.
Garuda 1, bombs away. Anti-aircraft gun taken out. Missile struck target.
Yeah, Bloodborne is in Sony's hand, singular. I love that they keep trying to say that it's FromSoft who doesn't want to like do a re-release or anything, though. It's kind of crazy that they keep publicly stating that it's FromSoft, and then FromSoft keeps being like, no, it's not. It's not us. That's all them. And then FromSoft goes ahead and makes, I can't believe it's not Bloodborne 2 for the Switch 2. And it seems pretty clear that FromSoft is very interested in doing Bloodborne things. Like, if you just look at that trailer, you're like, yep. I don't think they're the reason Bloodborne isn't happening. It doesn't seem to be them, actually. I think that's what they use for Shad. Yeah, but on different hardware, you're gonna get real different results, right? So it's a matter of like, does it run well on a PS4? Like a base PS4, not a Pro or anything. I don't even know why I'm asking. I don't soft mod my consoles, so it's not like I'm gonna do it. I leave my consoles pure. All of my modding is done on PC. PC's made for it. Base PS4 won't get better performance, yeah. I didn't think so. Again, not that I really would have done it anyway. I don't want to soft mod my shit. Then how do you dump your games? With the disc? What do you mean?
Enemy kill confirmed.
Or in the case of the Switch, a fucking USB cable. It's hilarious that that's all it takes for the Switch, but that is legitimately all it takes. Again, I have a first edition Switch, so it's I'm aware that it's not like that for all Switches, but with the Switch that I have, it is literally just a USB cable. That's all you need. It's probably why Nintendo is so uptight about their security now. Thought you needed to hack the Switch? No. You run all the stuff on your PC to dump. You just need the Switch with a cable hooked up to it. You don't need to mod it.
Enemy plane in gun range.
The programs run on the PC. It's really goofy.
Box 2. Behind you. Break.
Newer Switches, you could probably do it, but only modded. Does that work for cartridges? I have no idea. I don't own a single Switch game on cartridge. That's a truth right there. I don't have a single cartridge game for my Switch.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
You need a jailbroken Switch to dump from cartridge? There it is. Predictions for Ace Combat 8? I don't really have any, to be honest. I guess my only thing is I'm assuming it's going to take place after 7, like timeline-wise. I know a lot of people are hoping it'll be basically Ace Combat 3 era. I don't think it will be. It would be cool. I would love that, but I'm not expecting that. If that makes sense. my god. The aces in 6 are fucking crazy. I have like 2 digital games on Switch. No, I buy digital on the Switch. Too convenient for a console that I use so rarely as well. And sometimes that's been extra convenient, like when Metroid Prime Remastered came out and was selling out everywhere, I was able to just buy it off the store. Come on. Come on. This guy is a son of a bitch. With Nintendo's insistence on manufactured scarcity, I'm surprised the digital games don't sell out. True. True. I want to know how many Switch 2 units were up for pre-order. With like the talk of them selling out in some places, because just hearing that they sold out doesn't really mean a lot unless we have some sort of like, I guess measuring stick for what that actually means. Because I want to know like how many Switch 2 pre-orders were there. Because that's just a figure that we haven't been given. The shipping millions? I mean, I would figure millions, but like how many million? Is it like 2 million? Is it like 5 million? 10 million? 20? Probably not 20. Almost definitely not 20. Probably not even 10. That would be excessive. For like literal launch, that would be excessive. So I'm like, how many? How many units are we shipping here?
All enemy forces within Rogno have
How many
been destroyed.
pre-orders?
We have successfully taken back the fortress.
This is Leonid Battalion. All areas are secure. We are now in a Stobie-free zone.
Yeah, I know that they had about they had about 750,000 like in Japan alone, and those sold out.
Our special forces can mop up
We did get that figure from somewhere. I don't remember where. It was some outlet in Japan.
No one can stop us now.
Yeah, I'm curious. Holy audio. Wow.
Although it's often been called impregnable,
Another
we have taken
S
over
rank? Have I
Rogno
done
Fortress.
all S so far
Slovakia's just
during this
lost
run?
all
Because I
control.
wasn't expecting to do that at
No
all.
one can stop us now. All that's left is to head for Grace Maria.
Jesus, what was that sound, dude? Biggest console launch ever made me think of what is the biggest console launch ever? The PS5 is considered the biggest console launch in history. How much?
Not be defeated with me and this baby.
Do we have the figures for? Wait.
I also like our chances with the new.
Do we have the figures?
He feels
We
more
don't.
like an older brother.
They didn't even give us those numbers. Okay, so here's what we know. Here's what we know. The PS4 sold 2.1 million units in its first 2 weeks. 2.1 million in 2 weeks. And all that we know from Sony, figures-wise, is that the PS5 surpassed the sales of the PS4 in its initial 2-week window.
At least
but we didn't get an actual number.
I can't argue with him there.
So we just have to take them at their word, I guess.
I would probably fall for him myself.
We just have to trust it.
Even though we have overtaken
this cutscene's great. The cutscenes in this game are ridiculous.
Independence Radio, an ongoing pirate broadcast.
Listen, they're talking about the Golden King again. It's as if they're mourning the loss of a flesh and blood king.
The PS2.
Be something if they got it back somehow.
Why do they have them all split up? Oh, because the PS2 came out at different times per region. That's why they have them split up.
Seems to have a soft
if you take like the opening 10-day window of the 3 regions for their respective first 10 days, and you just combined them to assume it was like a modern global launch, it would be, the PS2 would be, hold on, I'm doing the math, 1.26 million in its first 10 days. And that's the 3rd biggest. So the Switch 2 might be the biggest. Genuinely.
I'll be relaying orders.
But the thing is, a lot of these seem really weird, and there are also very few consoles on this list.
They're combining all of their forces in an attempt,
which is, I guess, probably just because we didn't get like launch figures for a lot of systems in the past.
Once the enemy's line of defense is ruined, chase them down. If you let them escape, they're going to fortify their defenses around Grace Maria.
Because, like, the Sega Dreamcast is sitting at number 3 here, if I assume that the PS5 is the number 1. That would put the Dreamcast at number 3.
Engage.
But the Dreamcast notoriously sold like shit. No one had a Dreamcast. So I'm kind of confused here. Because clearly the opening window doesn't mean shit if that's the case. Because this is saying that the Sega Dreamcast sold 500,000 units in its first 2 weeks. Meanwhile, the PlayStation sold over 1 million? What the fuck? This list is out of order. It has Dreamcast at number 2, but it's out of order. What is that? I was like, that doesn't make sense. Oh, it sold okay at first, and then PS2 happened. That might be true. I could see that. That would make sense, actually. I still can't believe this figure just got flashed at me again. That the Nintendo DS is the second best-selling gaming system of all time. Nintendo fucking DS. Nintendo Switch is number 3 currently. I'm very on record. I think the Switch 2 will probably have a solid launch. Most likely a very solid launch, but long term, I don't think the Switch 2 is going to match the Switch 1. Purely just because, bro, how are you going to match the Switch 1? Like, it's a stronger system that has, like, one new feature, I guess. Well, 2. There's 2 new features. One of them's locked behind the online subscription, but 2. The hardware is better, but it's a 50% price bump from the previous to this one. And I think that alone already has it at, like, there's no way it will sell the way the first Switch did. Long term. Long term. Hardcore fans are going to be in there right away, always, no matter what. That's just always how consoles are, right? Or just things in gaming in general, right? Like, hardcore fans will be there day one regardless. It doesn't matter. But I think the Switch 2 is going to struggle a lot more with the casual audience long term compared to the Switch 1. Especially because with the Switch 2, you now have to go to all these casual audiences that you had for the Switch 1, which I've talked about. The Switch kind of hit that same thing that like the Wii did back in the day, where it was just such a cheap, affordable, good family system that so many like parents just bought a Switch for the household because it's like, oh yeah, this will be great for the kids, right? That sort of thing. Now you have to go and convince those parents. You have to show those casual audiences who aren't paying as much attention to buy the Switch 2 even though they already have the Switch 1. You have to convince them that they need the second one and that the first one is no longer enough. And that, I think, is going to be a huge hurdle for the Switch 2. Because among hardcore fans, it's like, yeah, you can show them the spec differences. They can appreciate the difference, all that stuff. But among casual fans, it's going to be like, okay, the Joy-Cons can be used as a mouse. And there's a new button that lets me voice chat in online games. What the fuck is an online game? Voice chat? Is that... okay. Subscription only buttons. I can't believe that I never realized that during the initial showcase and that I only put it together when other people pointed it out. That system legitimately has an entire button on the controller that serves no purpose if you don't have Nintendo Switch Online. It has a paywalled button on the controller, which is insane when you say it out loud. Like, you see the presentation, you're just like, okay, yeah, a button that like lets you do all the hub and voice chat stuff for online. But then as soon as someone points out, it's like, yeah, the button does nothing unless you pay for the subscription. It's like, oh, subscription-based button. I also just realized what time it is. The chat thing will be available for everyone without online for the first year. Really? This is the first I've heard that, but only the first year. So they're trying to sell subscriptions by giving you the C button for free at first. Or maybe they're even trying to like sidestep the criticism of paywalled button. That it might be a move for that, potentially. Like how Call of Duty always launches the game without the cash shop in there at first, so that when the reviewers are going through and like doing their initial reviews and impressions and stuff, they don't see how expensive all the extra shit is and how much of that shit is only accessed by paying for it. It could be one of those. But yeah, I have done all S ranks on this multi-role ace run so far. That won't stay consistent. Like mission 13, it's not happening. But maybe I can do that for a lot. Anyway, it is about that time, and I got big video things happening. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a follow, sub, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff, like Metal Gear, which we're doing tomorrow. We're doing... oh, shit. What are we doing, chat? Elden Ring Night Rain is on Friday. That's in 2 days. That's 2 days from now. We have a stream tomorrow, and then the next stream after that is Night Rain. That game does not feel like it's as close as it is. Much like the Switch 2 does not feel like it's as close as it is. That shit comes out in less than a week. That's crazy. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. We're doing Resident Evil. We're doing new stuff like Doom the Dark Ages. Come back for any of it. It's all good stuff. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, feel free to leave a like on the YouTube side. Algorithm. You know how that goes. If you're looking for links to anything outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever you're looking for. If you're on Twitch, they're in chat commands. They're on the channel page. If you're looking for them, you'll be able to find them. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.